8105 officially open. And our Toastmasters of the meeting today, or usually we call as the MC, Master of Ceremony for today, is our Vice President, our lovely Vice President, Toastmaster Lisa. Please help me welcome our Tom for today, Toastmaster Lisa.
Thank you to our president. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, and also guests. Welcome to Surabaya Heroes Toastmasters regular meeting on 28th of November 2020. I am really glad to see all of you here, the members across Indonesia from Medan, Jakarta, not Jakarta, I think Surabaya, Malang, and Bali. And also we have our division director here, Bu Miranda, and area director, supposedly, Purwanto. Oh, I think Toastmasters Purwanto is not here yet. But well, so just a little bit of introduction. So basically, Toastmasters is a public speaking organization where we can learn about public speaking and also leadership. So in case that if you are still a guest, and we'll be having 3 sessions for today's meeting. The first one is prepared speech session. The third one is table topic session. It is where you can improve your impromptu speaking. And the third session is going to be evaluation session. And I would like to introduce today's theme. It's still related to Teachers' Day because the Teachers' Day actually fell on 25th of November, which was just 3 days ago. That is why we decide this theme, Real Heroes Teach, with the word of the day, heartening. So I really hope that you can use the word of the day throughout the meeting, especially during the table topic session. All right, so without further ado, of course, this meeting is not going to be run by myself because I'm going to be helped by a lot of amazing role takers. And for the introduction of the role taker, I will pass it to our amazing leader. She is also a dedicated teacher. She is the president of Surabaya Heroes Toastmasters. Let us welcome our general evaluator, Toastmasters Dini.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lisa. So today I will be the general evaluator of the meeting. In Toastmaster, we don't have teachers, so everything will be evaluated by our friends because we learn best in a conducive and friendly environment. For today, I have team that will help me to evaluate the meeting. The first role taker will be grammarian or the language evaluator. And our language evaluator today comes from a member from Malang Toastmaster, Toastmaster Sigit. And he will explain his duty for today. Toastmaster Sigit, over to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Dini. Well, a bit of correction though. I'm not a member yet. I'm still a guest as well at Malang Toastmaster. And yeah, since I've been assumed as a grammarian for today, well, a grammarian will review the performance of all of the participants, of course, throughout the meetings, your language, your grammar, and your kind of structure of language that you use will be reviewed, not evaluated, because the word evaluation is quite a bit daunting for me because grammarian seems to be quite something that is a little bit boring. And what is being reviewed is something that deals with your pronunciation, maybe your idioms. If you've got, if I found one during your speech. So let's just have some fun. Not that kind of rough evaluation from me. I'm not a proper grammar professor here. I'm just doing some fun here with all of that kind of language stuff. And before I give it back to GE, so I will introduce you our word of the day. So let me share my screen. All right. So this one. Right. So our word of the day is heartening, which means it makes you encourage or hopeful to to do something that you love. So we've got heartening, my mistake. So yeah, let's have a look at the example here. His speech was quite heartening, that the audience found themselves very inspired. So it basically provides some encouragement to do something that they love. So yeah, just like how it is quite related to the theme of the day, which is about real heroes teach. So a teacher should give hope and encouragement. That is for me. So back to you, Toastmaster Dini.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sigit. So hopefully, with Toastmaster Sigit's help, we will be heartening enough for with enjoying our meeting today. Okay, the second role taker that will help me today is Toastmaster Jocelyn. And Toastmaster Jocelyn is a member from Phoenix Toastmaster. Toastmaster Jocelyn, over to you.
Hello everyone, my name is Jocelyn. So today I will serve you as an art counter. So as art counter, my job is actually to count and to report the number of the unnecessary sounds that hamper the effectiveness of a speaker to deliver their speech, such as a filler and repetitive words. So I will give my report at the end of the meeting. Back to GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jocelyn. The third role taker for today is the timer, because a good speech is the one that has that meet the time allocation. For the timer today is Toastmaster Johannes. Toastmaster Johannes, please help me explain the duty of timer.
Hi everyone, I'm Johannes Indra Kusuma. I'm here as your timer, so make sure to pin out my video on your screen so that you can see visually the time of your speech. So for the prepared speech session, your time is 5 to 7. So if you see my background turn green, it means that you have speech for about 5 minutes. And then you 6 minutes. And when I put red on my background, it means that you have 30 seconds to stop your speech. For the table topics, that the time will be 1 until 2 minutes. So make sure you see the color of my background so you don't miss your time. And finally, enjoy your speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jeffrey. Sorry. Thank you, Toastmaster Johannes. My mistake. All right. Our last role taker is also very important because it encourages us to perform best today. And Toastmaster Koirul will be the ballot counter. Toastmaster Koirul, can you explain your duty?
Sure, Toastmaster Dini. So basically, as a ballot counter, I will just launch the poll and you'll vote who's your favorite speaker in every session. And then I'll collect the poll and send it to the TE, and I will announce it at the end of the session today. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Koirul. So make sure just perform your best in our meeting, enjoy the meeting, and at the end of the meeting, I also will give my evaluation to the whole session of this meeting. I think that's all for me and my team. Back to our Tom, Toastmaster Lisa.
Thank you very much to our general evaluator for introducing your amazing theme for today. Well, now we would like to move on to the very first session. For those who don't know yet, this session is intended for the members to deliver their prepared speech according to the manual or according to the pathway and education that they have chosen. So in this session, we're going to have four prepared speech speakers plus one speech evaluator who will be evaluated as well because he's doing evaluation project. Well, so without further ado, I would like to call the very first speaker, Toastmasters Khairul. He will be evaluated by Toastmasters Miranda, our DVD. So let us welcome our DVD, who will introduce the project of our first speaker. Toastmasters Miranda, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me here. I'm very pleased to be evaluating Khairul today. Well, okay, let me introduce who this person is. As you probably have seen from his social media, he loves to go out, and as his self-declaration, he loves solo traveling. He loves to hike, he loves to climb, and he loves to scuba dive, loves being out in nature by himself. However, his work, and maybe that to compensate for his work, because he has to work inside, being a marketer in a tech company building, and in a technology company. And I guess that's why he likes to be outside. And he has a dream of building a cattle farm. So I wish you great success with that. But today he will be doing his second project in the, level 2 for his visionary communication path. It is about his communication style. And in this communication, in this project, we will be listening to Khairul share his experience learning about the different styles of communication and identify what his communication style is. So this is more about his experience rather than expounding on what communications, the theories of communication. The time is 5 to 7 minutes, and the title of his speech is Listen Beyond Words. So listen beyond words. Khairul. Let's give him a big hand of applause.
Active listening is one key element in effective communication, and it is a trait of a great leader. Dear fellow leaders, I've been actively joined in organizations since 2008. Through those years of experience in leading projects, organizations, and communities, I was confident that I've developed my leadership skills, that I've been a great leader for my team, and that I've communicate effectively. As a leader, I believe that members and leader were equal. I encourage members to speak and listen to them to take any decisions in my organizations. That's what I think a great leader is, to be able to listen to members' voice. However, it was only my assumption. Years later, after I finished my service in my organization, my fellow members and I having a conversation, and the reality was revealed. My friends, let me call them Susie and Susan, revealed their experience working with me. Susie told me her first impression of me when she joined the organization. At that time, I was the leader of the organization. She was amazed by the way I talked to my members, and she thought that she thought that my speech was heartening, and it made her think that I was a great leader. Turns out, she felt the opposite when she worked with me, when we worked together in a team. It was tiring and suffocating for her. She mentioned that I was so demanding. I put a lot of targets, pressures to my colleagues and members at that time. And in addition to that, Susan mentioned that the demands and combined with my persistence in doing the jobs led one of my closest friends, let me call her Santi, burst into tears. I was super shocked I know well that Santi is super tough person, yet I didn't know that I break her. Hearing that for the first time from my closest friend after years of working together and knowing each other, I began to ponder, did I communicate in a way I intended to? Did I actively listen to my members' voices? I try to recall my memory, how I lead meeting, discussions, and having conversation with my friends, colleagues, or if family members, or even other people in general. Then I realized that I think I was very directive instead of supportive as I wanted to. Well, I indeed encourage people to speak. I want them to speak up. I want to listen to their opinions, their ideas. I did that. I asked them to speak. Yet I I might be a little bit impatient that, as we know that people in Indonesia, we don't really speak up. It is not accustomed to us to speak up, to share our ideas. And I wasn't that patient enough. I had lots of demands, I had lots of targets that we as an organization wants to achieve. Or sometimes I thought that the ideas that they share was irrational or weak. It was not supported with facts or enough data or information. And I just started to tackle them. Like I just criticized them that your ideas were weak, that your idea was not okay. And I just gave them my ideas. I just fed my opinions to them. And I forced my ideas, forced my thoughts into my team and let them and ask them to do that. And also I sometimes, not sometimes, but oftentimes, I was dominating the conversation. I didn't even sometimes didn't even leaving no space for them to speak up, to express their ideas. And like I said, even worse, I didn't hesitate to criticize my team member publicly instead of doing it privately. Well, I thought by doing so, we could achieve our goals sooner as a team. Well, but I was wrong. Dear fellow leaders, reflecting to my past on how I communicate, and I try to give others enough room to speak, to listen with empathy, and to let go of my ego and my assumptions. Because no matter where we are, whether it is at work or in social life with families or friends, we are communicating with humans. Now I'm working as a marketer that I need to listen to what customer says. I need to listen to what the trends are, how the world is works now, and the trends of products and services that the customers need. I need to listen. I cannot just force my ideas. I cannot just force my products for them, for customers to accept it, because that's not how the works. That's not how the work works. And we cannot just listen to all words, because sometimes people will just say words that we want to hear. We need to listen beyond words. We need to listen to all cues that people give us. We need to listen to their expressions. We need to listen to the atmosphere surround them. We need to listen to their feelings as well. And then it is not just one step, or it's not one process. We have to keep learning to hone our skill, to listen to those voices around the people that we are communicating to. From my friends, my fellow members, from my colleagues, I learned that I have to balance and adaptive in communicating with others. I know that I'm tend to be directive, but I have to be able to know when, what, and how to be directive, supportive, initiative, or analytical in communication. I need to be able to be adaptive to any kinds of communication styles in different situations. Because by doing so, we'll connect better with our colleagues, clients, customers, as more and more, most importantly, we will be able to connect better with our beloved ones. Because once again, we are human beings, we have feelings, we have thoughts. Dear my fellow leaders, let's listen to understand, not to reply. Let's speak and listen beyond words. Thank you.
Wow, that was one beautiful and insightful speech, Toastmasters Koirul. Listen beyond words. I think if I may summarize from your speech, we can learn about active listening, how we shouldn't force our ideas to other people, and definitely we'll learn more about communicating to others. Thank you very much for that beautiful speech. Now we will move on to the second speaker. This second speaker is Toastmasters Rona. She will be evaluated by Toastmasters Megan from Malang. So I will pass the introduction to Toastmasters Megan. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lisa. So Rona right now is in Pathways of Effective Coaching Level 3, Project 2, which is in Elective 1. The project is to prepare to network. And the purpose of this project is to develop and practice a personal strategy for building connection through networking. And her speech has a purpose to share some aspect of her experience on networking. Earlier in the meeting, she shared that she got inspiration from the experience when she became a guest lecturer. And she's planning to share this experience to us. And I'm really anticipating what kind of experience is it, especially about networking. I really love networking. And would like to welcome Ronawati Wongso. Make connection through networking. Make connection through networking. Ronawati Wongso.
We buy from people we know, like, and trust. We hear this many times, and it's true. So we need to get people to know us. And networking is one avenue to get there, to achieve that goal. Networking is the action or process of interacting with others to exchange information and develop professional and social contacts. Networking is essential in our life, from getting a job, getting a business, meeting a friend, or maybe even meeting our mate. I have attended 2 business networking events in the past 2 weeks and numerous events in the past. So I would like to share my networking experience. I was invited to a business networking event and I don't know any of them. We were divided into a breakout room with 4 people each, so we get to know each other. One immediately bought my book. Another one contacted me a week later and offered me to be a speaker in her paid webinar. I'm not going to get paid on this one, but she bought my book and she will promote my book in her social media. She is a digital marketer. So lesson number 1, networking works. It provides result. Second, when I started my career, I was a shy young lady who wouldn't approach anyone I didn't know. And as I was working at the back office in finance, this was not a problem. However, this changed when I moved to Surabaya and started working for a bank as corporate banking officer. I needed to acquire clients and attended many social events. So I needed to approach people to start a conversation and getting to know each other. And then I follow up with a visit to their office. So lesson number 2, networking is a skill you can learn. You just have to take the courage to start. Because from then on, I started my networking journey. I meet many people, and working in the bank was a good start. I met many business people at the top level, the CEO, the CFO, and the business owner. And the third, I got most of my jobs through networking. Only the first 3 jobs, I didn't get it through networking. But as I moved up the ladder, then the jobs I got is through networking via personal contacts or headhunters. And I would like to share my experience, a job which I had after a long relationship, and I didn't expect that I could have this job. So it was like a miracle. Back in 1999, a headhunter introduced me to a big group in Jakarta. And I had an interview and met the owner and the HR GM. But at that time, I didn't want to move. And the GM of HR in this group moved to a bigger group in Jakarta. So he contacted me to work for his new employer. So we met and talked, and he offered me a job. But as I planned to move to the US, it was not the right time to accept the job. So I moved to the US, lived in the US several years, and then I moved back to Indonesia because I got a job offer in Surabaya, introduced by my high school friend. So it's through networking. After working for this company for many years, I decided to resign. And then I remember that I had a friend who worked in HR in a big group in Jakarta. So I tried to find out his business card, and then I contacted him. And miraculously, he remembered me. So we met, and to make the story long short, he offered me a job. And this is like after 15 years, we met. And the job, I believe I would not get it without knowing him, because it's a very high level position and reported directly to the owner of the big group. So lesson number 3, building a network can be for the long haul. The relationship lasts a lifetime. So in summary, 3 lessons from the networking that I share with you. The first, networking works. Second, networking is a skill you can learn. And third, building a network can be for the long haul. Networking is part of our life. It makes our life a lot easier. I suggest you starting networking to get people to know you. Take the courage, pass your fear, take your journey, and building a network will help you to succeed in life. So back to Tom.
Wow, thank you very much, Bu Rona, for such amazing speech. I think Toastmasters Rona is a living proof who shows the magic of networking. I think I learned a lot from your speech today, Toastmasters Rona. I can see actually how networking opens so many huge chances for you in life. And I hope by listening to this speech, all of us here can be more courageous in approaching and also communicating with each other. All right, so let's move on to the third speaker today. Our third speaker is Toastmasters Melita. Her speech details will be introduced by the evaluator, Toastmasters Purwanto. The stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, our Tom. So today is an honor for Surabaya Heroes Toastmaster Club to get another speaker from another club. And especially she's not only a member, she also the PPM, Vice President of Membership from Magical Bali Toastmaster Club. She's an inspired full-time traveler. She's immersed herself with multicultural, diverse environment. And here's her project. So she will be doing the project about communicate change. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to effectively communicate change for a group to a group of organization. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice speaking about change. So she completing the project spent time preparing a plan for communicating change to group affected by the change. And her time will be 5 to 7 minutes. Melita, take T-A-K-E, take T-A-K-E, Melita.
Am I audible? Okay. C-H-A-N-G-E. Change. I'm wondering what you have in mind about change. Now, please help me to express your opinion about change by texting in the room chat now. I'm gonna wait. What do you have in mind about change? Okay, I'm still waiting. Uncomfortable, Jocelyn said. Change my son's diaper. Oh gosh, that must be pink. I know it. All right, change is the only constant. Right, very wise, Pipit. Courage, Sigit said that. Okay, Megan. She wants to change her hairstyles. That's really great. Okay. Well, you guys are very innovative, right? Thank you for your enthusiastic replay. Nothing wrong or right for all of your replay. Yes, it is. Change is also the only constant. Change needs courage. And also, change is uncomfortable. That's true. Really right. And also, now I know that you are all being present at this meeting by replaying my questions in the textbooks. Okay. All right. Now, talking about changing, as one of you say it's uncomfortable, it also could affect communications. Why? Yeah, simply by changing in communications, it can cause misunderstanding, unclear messages, and awkward situations. To avoid those things happens when I communicate with my team, I implement TAKE. Take. T for two ways communications. A, adapt quickly. K and E, keep communicating till the end. I would like to share you my experience when I face communication change that a little bit uncomfortable for me. It was my first time being Tom, Toastmasters of the meeting. At my club, Magical Bali, Tom is the one who arranged the whole meeting, includes role takers, agenda, and lead the meeting. As usual, a few days before the meeting, I contact and text privately members who want to take the roles. And when all everything is set up, then I created a WhatsApp group to make our communications easier. All info regarding the meeting will be informed in the group chat. If the persons that I referred to did not reply in the group chat, I directly text him or her personally. So I make sure the communications movement is two-way communication. So it's not just one way. It's not just my side or my member sides, my team member sides. Sounds very easy, right? However, progress is impossible without change. Keep in mind, progress is impossible without change. Why? Because by being a Tom, it means you are leading a meeting and you need to be ready for any things that could happen. It could be good, it could be bad. No one knows. A few minutes before the meeting started, one of the role takers, the timer, texts me that she had a problem with her internet connections. Oh, Lita, I have a very poor internet connections. I'm in Karangasem and I could not perform as a timer. What? The meeting just started. And then I just like call her, like say, okay, are you back off can you back off as a timer? I find someone to replace yours. Sooner, quickly, I found someone that can be a timers from the participant list. So she replaced the old timer without any preparations. Wow. Whew, okay, problem solved. And the meeting was going on smoothly until by the time the GE team introduced one of the members, again, one of the accounter said that she's feeling unwell and she wants to leave meeting early. Oh gosh. Ooh, this is hard for the first timers being hosts. And then I contacted GE and told him, can you move a bit the agenda and then call out the counter first so she can leave early in the meeting. Everything set up. Okay. Okay. Woo. No one knows behind the scenes. And unfortunately, I'm really proud of my team. Despite of all distractions, they did communication very well and can follow the changing situations. But that is not the end. I sent a personal message to all the role takers and also to counter, and I'm asking whether she is okay or she will better after that. And I also sent thank you to my timer for telling me that she have an internet connection so that I could adapt quickly to change her into another person's. This is the way, just a simple thank you, yet it was powerful. It is very important to keep communicating till the end. As you can hear from my stories, TAKA, take, is the three main points in communication chains that works for me. Just in case, if any of you here also have the similar situations, keep remember that you need to do two-way communications and you need to adapt quickly to find solutions. And also, always keep communicating till the end with your team. Thank you. Back to you, Tom.
Wow. I would say everybody here would agree that your speech today, Toastmasters Melita, is totally relatable. You know, last minute cancellation, ups and downs during the meeting, but I'm really glad to see how you cope with that. And in the end of the day, I realized that, yes, you're right. Change is uncomfortable, but it's necessary because progress is impossible without change. We will keep that new perspective in our mind. Thank you very much for your speech. Well, move on to the fourth speaker. Our fourth speaker today is Toastmasters Ping from Magical Bali Toastmasters Club, and his evaluator is also doing the evaluation project. He is Toastmasters Jeffrey. Toastmasters Jeffrey, you can introduce the details of the speaker's speech. The stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Lisa. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeffrey. Today, I'll be the evaluator of Toastmaster Ping speech. So, Toastmaster Ping will be delivering her project in level 1, project 1, with pathways presentation mastery. And speed length will be 5 to 7 minutes. So, the purpose of this project is to develop and practice a personal strategy for building connection through networking. So, please, everyone, welcome Toastmaster Ping. Let's get connected. Let's get connected. Toastmaster Ping.
When it comes to networking, what's the first few things that you thought? Is it everybody's here to sell me something? Networking is such a waste of time. Networking is when people just shove business cards down your throats. And networking is a numbers game where you collect all business cards and then you keep it. You collect business cards. Are those the thoughts that comes to your mind when networking is mentioned to you? I remember the time when I went to networking maybe 10 years ago when I first started networking. You know, I get business cards and I collect business cards and I was like, wow, today I collect 25 cards. Wow, I know 25 people. That's amazing. And then the next week I came earlier and I left later. And I got maybe 40 business cards and I was like, wow, I get 40 business cards. And I bought this box where inside it are all business cards. And all these business cards, what does it do to me? You know, to be completely honest, these cards, it's nothing. Why? Because you don't connect with the people. You're just networking. Think about it this way. I want you to open your phone right now and you go to your Wi-Fi, you see a lot of network in the Wi-Fi, right? But you can only get the benefit of that connection if you connect to it. Otherwise, it's just a network. Unless you connect and you ask for the password. And what is asking for the password? That is you actually connect with them and you ask them good questions. So just this yesterday, 2 days ago on Wednesday, so it's 3 days ago, sorry, I was invited to attend a meeting. It's my first time doing a huge online meeting and it's interesting. So it was a JCI, Junior Chambers International Asia Pacific Convention, and it's a business matching on the 25th of November 2020, is on a Wednesday. And the event ran for 3 hours from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. our time, Bali time. And the attendees, there were about 700 people because it's an Asia Pacific conference and big JCI members from all over the world were there. So what did they do to make it better, to make it like a game? So only 30 people are allowed in a breakout room, and these breakout rooms will run for 30 minutes. And there will be no breaks in between. After 30 minutes, you're back to the main room and then immediately shuffle to another breakout rooms. And if you want to take a break, just press, what do you call that? The stop video on your Zoom. My first few times when I was there, it was a little bit awkward because I don't know how to network effectively with my computer because I'm so used to, hi, nice to meet you, with my handshake and then give out my business card and talk to them and then, hi, this is my card, nice to meet you. Apparently that couldn't happen. And I was wearing suit and tie, but underneath I was wearing just my pajamas. So weird, so uncomfortable, but it has to be done. And I need to learn how to do that because this will be the new norm going forward. When it happened, it was amazing that everybody is into selling themselves. Hi, my name is this, I'm doing this. Hi, my name is that, I'm doing that. Because why? Elevator pitch. everybody is so used to 30 seconds elevator pitch. We need to do elevator pitch on and on, right? Including myself, I do my own elevator pitch as well. And you guys want to know what my elevator pitch is? Interested? Yes, no? Okay, so my elevator pitch is a little bit simple. I said, hi, my name is Ping, and I'm from Indonesia, and I'm a Connect with Confident coach, where I work with shy and socially awkward entrepreneurs and business owners to connect with themselves so that they can network and connect with themselves with confidence. That's all I did. And then it's full stop. There's nothing going on forward. And then I'll be like, what about you? And then the person start to do the elevator pitch, and then that's it. Do you think you can connect with people by sharing your glorified and very well-structured elevator pitch? I don't think so. So after one breakout session, the next breakout session, I do it differently. I just change to, hi, my name is Ping, I'm from Indonesia. What is it specifically that you're looking for today? And people were like, weird. And I said, yeah, please tell me, what are you looking for specifically? Maybe I can connect you with opportunities, I can connect you with people, and I can give you ideas and suggestions. What are you currently working on? And they start to give me ideas and they start to give me suggestions. And because of that, I am able to connect with so many people. And it's amazing that after that, they were like, hey, Ping, can I get to know you better? Can I maybe ask for your business cards? I said, I can't give you a business card. Virtually, I can give you my WhatsApp number, I can give you my email, and almost everybody asks for my WhatsApp number. So my phone is blowing up because I have so many requests for connection. And that is my message that I want to share with all of you today is please remember that, again, networking is a long-term game. You cannot just sell something to someone immediately when you meet face-to-face. It's kind of like this. You met someone for the first time at the mall. Hi, my name is this. Want to buy my book? Hi, my name is this. Want to buy my products or services? It doesn't work. And please treat your business card with respect. It has your company name. It has your logo. It has your phone numbers. It has your email address. Treat it as if this card is a limited edition card. Do not just distribute out like it's a flyer in the mall. Please respect your business card. Okay? And most important thing is, as Bu Rona said earlier, networking is a long-term game and it works, okay? So remember, no matter who you are and no matter where you are in life, you are just one connection away. Let's get connected. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you very much to your speech, Toastmasters Ping. I would say that it was a really unique and interesting insight, which is also very practical. I really love to listen how, and it's really exciting, definitely, to listen how you adjust with the new normal and to connect to each other using your, try to expand your business and communicate your business to each other. Well, thank you very much for the speech. And right now, we are going to conclude the meeting, the session, the prepared speech session. So I would like to call for the timers report, Toastmasters Johannes, to deliver the timers report and see who will be eligible to be voted at the end of the session later on.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Lisa. So Koirul is 8 minutes and 12 seconds. Toastmaster Rona is 6 minutes and 46 seconds. Toastmaster Melita, 7 minutes, 5 seconds. Toastmaster Ping, 7 minutes and 19 seconds. So Toastmaster Irul is not eligible to be voted.
Well, yes. Unfortunately, Toastmasters Koirul is not eligible to be voted, but you can keep in mind first, you can vote amongst Bu Rona, Toastmasters Melita, or Toastmasters Ping. We will launch the ballot at the end of the speech evaluation session. So it will be 3 sessions at once for the ballot counter. All right, so Now let us move on to the second session of our meeting, which is the table topic session. I guess this is the session that everybody has been waiting for, because you will be able to improve your impromptu speech here. So basically, if you have never been to Toastmasters meeting before, this speech is where you can speak for 1 to 2 minutes based on the topic given by our table topic master. And let me invite our table topic master. She is the secretary of Surabaya Heroes Toastmasters Club. Let us welcome Toastmaster Sahara.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Sahara and table topic master today. So I'll be responsible to guide you all for the next 15 minutes. Okay, let's get started. So I will count 1 to 5 to give you time to volunteer yourself. If there is no one wants to be volunteer, I will pick by myself. Okay? So first, who wants to volunteer? Oh, Toastmaster Megan. Okay. Toastmaster Megan be the first volunteer. Wait, let me share my screen. Okay. First, Toastmaster Megan, tell us a story about teaching experience. Or if you never teach before, tell us a story about being taught by incredible people. Toastmaster Megan, time is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zara. I happen to be a teacher, so this is so exciting moments when I can share this experience. Being a teacher doesn't mean that I am the source of knowledge. That's what I learned this year, especially. How I learned that is because, especially in this online teaching, you have to learn way faster, way like more sophisticated, and usually you want. Everything can go awry. You can get a blackout in the middle of the teaching, or what in my experience, sometimes the Wi-Fi get lagged and I just cannot continue the teaching experience. Then I feel like I'm not the only person here that's going to teach them. There is one quote that I remember: to grow a children, it's not just for one person that helps them growing, but a community. And especially it exemplifies right now. It becomes a more important thing to know that this kid is not at school. They learn at home with their parents, and they got to learn everything within certain times using only laptop or mobile phones or any means of online meetings or online class. So what I learned is I'm not teaching them, but I help them learning. It's different ways, because when you feel like you're teaching, you're the only source, but they even can combine a lot of sources from YouTube, from Google, anything. So instead of being a teacher who teach them, sometimes I pick knowledge from them and I use the knowledge to teach other students. So it's more dynamic than I think. So I really enjoy being a teacher, and I hope that I learn more humbling myself, listening better, and sharing knowledge, despite the fact that right now we are only meeting online. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Master Megan. Yeah, um, teacher needs to learn faster. Yeah, and I can feel the hardship of you becoming a teacher. And yeah, you also write that teacher is not only teach but also help the student grow. Thank you very much, Master Megan. And second, who wants to be the next volunteer? Oh, okay, Master Sigit. Okay. Oh, this is a quotes type. So, who dare to teach must never cease to learn. Who dare to teach must never cease to learn. This Master Sigit, time is yours.
Who dare to teach must never cease to learn. Yes. Sometimes being a teacher like myself is about a long-term effort to deal with the adjustment of the demand that we are encountered when it comes to facing those students, because every single year, everyone, the characteristic of every children is quite different. So you need to treat them differently. So for example, you have A for your previous method to teach them, and then now they have passed their year, and then it turned out that the next generation is coming up, and you can't just apply that A for the same, for the different students. So this is what this kind of quote really relates to. So we should never cease to learn something new, especially when it comes to adapting ourselves to our student. It is all about how we can be, hardening teacher. So it's not just about the materials, not all about the the knowledge of those kind of practical knowledge, but it's about how we can provide heartening motivations to get them motivated. So just like us, they will find themselves like they should never cease to learn. That is it from me. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Master Sigit. Yeah, never stop to learn something new and always adapt for the new change. Yeah. And who is the third speaker? Who wants to be the? Okay, this Master Rona. I touch the future, I teach. This Master Rona, I touch the future, I teach.
What makes someone alive? To have a dream, to see the future. So we have to basically show the children what they can be, what they want to be, what the future. They don't live just for the present. So we teach what they can be. We teach the skill they need. Not just the skill, because to reach your dream, you need more of a drive, a passion, what you want to be. Children are like a piece of white paper. So it really depends on what we would like or what we instill in their mind. So we have to be very careful and let them dream as big as they can. Don't limit what we think they can and cannot do, because then we can teach them also very freely what they can be and what skill they need to learn or what they need to achieve their dream. We just need to guide them on how to get there. So yes, we touch the future. I teach. Back to Tom.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much to Master Lona. Yeah, I'm agree with you. Let the child dream freely and always guide them into their vision. Okay, so who will be the next participant? Okay, it's Master Gini. Oh, wait. To teach is to learn twice over. To Master Gini, to teach is to learn twice over.
I remember once my uncle told me that a teacher actually is the hardest job because they need to transfer, they need to explain their knowledge to the students. That one is not an easy job to do because we need to understand the material and also we need to understand the children, our students, because they are human. We cannot treat them like a non-living things. They have their own characteristic that we need to understand to make them understand what we explain. And that one is not an easy thing to do. We need to learn twice. That's correct. As what also other speakers said before, that a teacher actually is also a learner. I remember a quote um, from the Tarzan movie that it said like this: I teach, in teaching, I'm learning. In teaching, we learn something. We learn how to master our material and also how to explain it and how to make our students get what they need to have, the knowledge that we will need to transfer. And yes, when we teach, we learn twice. Not only to master our material, but also we learn about the human, our students. I think that's all from me. Back to our table topic master.
Yeah, thank you very much, Master Gini. And I also used to think that a teacher is a hard job to do because, yeah, as a teacher, we need to mastering the material very well, and also we have to be sure that the student we teach is understand. Yeah, that's a great answer from you. And actually, we run out the time for the table topic session. So should we move to the next session or we continue? Or this master of the talk, this master of the day? should we continue or should we move to the?
Yes, we can move to the next session.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's all from me. Thank you very much for you engaging the table topic master, very enthusiastic. I'm really enjoy all of your answer. Thank you very much. Back to you, Tom.
All right, thank you very much to our table topic master, Toastmasters Zahara. I would say that during the session just now, I learned a lot and I listened to a lot of inspiring table topic speeches. And I bet there are so many teachers in this meeting today, right? As I count, there could be more than 5 here. Well, but apart from being teacher as profession, I bet that everybody that we meet in this world has something valuable to teach us. So I believe that all of us can be teachers because teachers are change makers. We can also be change makers as well. All right, so before we go on to the evaluation session, I would like to invite the timer to report the timer's report, please. Oh, he is there. All right, so which one is eligible to our timer? Okay, so 3 speakers are eligible to be voted, whereas unfortunately Toastmasters Megan is not eligible, maybe because she the time, but actually there is a handsome timer there. Okay, all right, so just keep in mind and note down your favorite table topic speaker first. And we will launch the ballot later on after the evaluation speech. All right, so for the third session, this is going to be the evaluation session, and this session is going to be led by our general evaluator, our president, Toastmasters Dini. I will pass the control to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lisa. Now we come to our last session, which is evaluation session. For the first start, we will have the individual evaluator for each speakers. And for that, I will start with our first evaluator, our division director, distinguished Toastmaster Miranda.
Thank you. Okay, first, Khairul. Sorry, please don't start yet. I want to check the time here. Where is the timer? Hold on, the timer. Yes, I have Joe there. And also I would like to see Khairul. Just a sec, guys, just a sec. Okay, there you are. All right, I start now. Khairul, let me congratulate you on your self-discovery by doing this project, that you discover that your communication style is direct style. And I have to say, you are the kind of speaker that I like a lot. You're very impassionate, you're very heartening in your delivery, and I can feel so much emotion in what you're conveying. And to me, that matters so much more than techniques or perfection in the delivery, because that kind of speech to me connects with the audience or connects with me above all. And I also, today, I won't be evaluating on your content in particular, because as you were speaking, I was listening beyond words as well. And this is my discovery with your speech, is that you are a very reflective person. I can tell from your speech that you're a very reflective person. And also you are a very good speaker. You know how to structure words, and you know how to put the speech in a very nice flow, a very easy flow to understand. And it's very relatable. The content is all very relatable. Now, I'm very interested in helping you with my suggestions, to take you to the next level, to become even a better speaker. And that would be coming from what I saw. You were reading text. So this is my suggestion only, one suggestion, that if you could lose the text And for that, you have to practice and prepare more so that you can really internalize your content. Then you are free. Then you can really allow yourself to really engage with the audience and express what is really in your heart. When you were giving this speech, I noticed there is like you kind of have to curb yourself down, which is very much against your style, because your style is direct, real, and to the point. And because you are using the text, I'm getting a sense that you worry that your speech may not be fluent or may not be perfect. I would suggest to you, let go of that and just be you, even if your speech is not perfect, but speech really from the heart. And I think you will also feel freer in that, and it would allow you to connect more with the audience. And to me, that would be the formula of an engaging speaker, a speaker that can really touch people's heart. So those would be my suggestion, is just prepare more and practice more so that you don't have to rely on the text. And then you can really look at the audience, you can connect with the audience, and really just pour your heart out. Give a heartening speech, because that is who you are and that is where you are the best. So that would be all from me. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Ditya Miranda, for a great and true evaluation. Okay, now we have our second evaluator for Toastmaster Rona. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Megan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dini. So, am I clear? I think. Okay. All right. So, Toastmaster Rona, what I really like about your speech is when you deliver your personal stories. I think it engaged me in a personal level, especially when you deliver your speech about how you get jobs. I can relate to that. All of my job got from networking. Even the current work that right now, I got it from a fellow Toastmaster that I know. So that's really engaged me, because yeah, it really works. The networking really works. And also, you said that networking is not linked by personality, which is completely powerful for me, especially for a person who feels like a bit self-reserved at times, like feeling insecure. It's a great message. And you said that networking is a versatile tool to get any business, any work, any job, even your life. So I congratulate you for that, and I'm really thankful for your speech. And now this part that I need to work, that I think you need to work on, is the part of the closing. You have already mentioned that networking works. It is actually learned, and it can affect you in the long haul. That is really powerful. The point you even mentioned it towards the end of your speech. But then there is an extra story, which for me, it's dilute the power of speech. I suggest you put a kind of storytelling instead of just telling cold hard facts that you get this job, you get this experience, you get this something along the ways of networking. There is a strategy of storytelling that I can give you suggestion, is only bring one aspect that helps you the most. Is it the kindness? Because you said that your high school friend still remember you. Or is it the perseverance that helps you to be successful in networking? Because you said you learn from networking. You're a rather reserved person, and you learn when you work in a bank. And then or is it the courage? Because you have mentioned that. I think it's the main message that you to explain how to connect to other people in networking, which make it work, which learn, and it affects in the long haul. I hope I can listen to your speech in the next meeting or any kind of meeting that I have a chance to see that. Thank you for your speech. Good luck.
Thank you, Toastmaster Megan. It's a nice evaluation from you for a great speaker as well. All right, now we come to our third speaker, Toastmaster Melita. And for the evaluator is our area director, Toastmaster Purwanto. Toastmaster Purwanto, over to you.
What do you think about the change? So I think Melita tried to ask us at the beginning of her speech, and I think it's really nailed the speech, because from that way it's go to the story and then to the conclusion. Actually, the thing that I really like the most about your speech is when you introduce the change. So we know you experience a problem in Toastmaster. You taught us at the first time when you became a Tom, it's not work really well. One person started calling you, I couldn't come because my internet connection is really bad. Actually, it would be better for you if you can dramatize or maybe try to make the problems look scary, because when you only introducing the event or the change, I didn't feel the emotion inside that, because when we face the change, everyone's were worried about something and also maybe afraid about something. Then, after introducing the problem, you can move to the climax and also the solution. I love the way you communicate with us, with the audiences here, because it represented how you learn in this project, because that's really important. We understand the objectives and we can also apply that in our speeches. So, for example, you can say, that was time when I became a Tom, but it's not work well. Someone called me. I cannot come to the meeting because I got the internet connection problem. And you say, actually, I was blank that time. And then the audiences got that. You also could maximize that communication style by using more body language, because during these online speeches, sometimes the internet connection is not that well. So not all people can listen to your words clearly. However, you give us the important message in your speech. Take, TAKE, two-way communicating, adapt with the change, and keep communicate. I think that message can really help us if you tell us more. So not only in the middle of your speech, not only at the end of your speech, but you can try to say TAKE. Don't forget about that. So we still remember that. I think that's all from me. Back to GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Purwanto. Great. Don't forget me. I'm the GE for today. Okay. Now we come to our last speaker, Toastmaster Ping, and he will be evaluated by Toastmaster Jeffrey. Toastmaster Jeffrey, time is yours.
Toastmaster Ping, I believe you know that every good speaker and good speech has always a specific message. And all I want to say is just you nailed it. Congratulations. So to be honest, in the early of this pandemic, I was wondering about how my activities will look like. I was a bit, afraid about getting lost connection of my partners who I spend my activity with, even though personally, almost every online activity switched to online. And once again, thank you, Toastmaster Ping, because after listening to your speech, I know better how important to get connection with people, our colleagues, especially in business. That's a key point, a key message that I highlight and observe from your speech. And that key message is perfectly in line with the rest of the content. This is really wonderful because it's really useful for us whenever we want to write a speech. It will be easy for us to align all the contents of our speech. And also, I really appreciate you put your personal story because by giving a personal story, you can engage more audience. So that's the second point. At the first point, and the second point, I will point out to you how you deliver your speech. I noticed whenever I heard your story, sometimes you bit mad and angry, but sometimes you need to give more expression, more. You can be more angry with that. And also, I really appreciate you use some stops and ask audience a question to engage more audience attention. But all in all, I really want to suggest that in the future, you better to really attention to play close attention to audience with your eye contact, because sometimes in almost in your entire speech, you get lost connection with your eye contact. So I think you better to use like this sticky notes to pin just beside your camera, so you can look straight to your camera. And I think you better to put some pause to just make emphasize of your message to your audience. So ladies and gentlemen, I believe that in the future, Toastmaster Ping will be a great and competent communicator, specific in its specialties. Congratulations once again, back to GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jeffrey. Wow, today is your first evaluation, but I like it. All right. Toastmaster Jeffrey actually is doing his project, evaluation and feedback, and he will be evaluated by DTM Pipit. To give DTM Pipit time to assemble her evaluation, we will have 3 minutes break to take picture first. This one is the mandatory thing in every Toastmaster meeting. So we will have 3 minutes break and also selfie. Toastmaster Koirul or Toastmaster Lisa? Who will take the picture?
Me. I'll take the picture. Okay, so in 3, 2, 1.
Yes.
Already?
Is it finished?
Is that it?
Yeah. Do you need one more time or?
Okay. One more time.
Okay.
Because usually you do some time.
Okay, different pose. 1 in 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you.
Right. 3 minutes, yeah. You can grab your drink or you can run to the restroom first. All right, everyone here already? Is everyone already back to the room?
I'm already. You can go anywhere.
Me too. I don't even go to
Okay.
anywhere. I'm just waiting.
All right. Now, because everyone here already, now time for. Okay. Are you ready? Great.
Yes,
Now.
yes.
All right. Now we come to our last evaluator for Toastmaster Jeffrey. DTM Pipit, are you ready? Okay. Over to you.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my name card. And from now on, I will treat it with respect because this is what Ping told me to do. Thank you so much, Ping, for delivering your speech about this time-honored method to be successful, which is networking. But also because he told us what we did wrong with this thing. So congratulations, Ping. You have convinced me. Okay, so Jeffrey, if I were you, I would do the opening like that. A lot of Toastmasters members sometimes forget that actually evaluation is also a performance. So it's not just, okay, I will analyze what went wrong, what went right from this person's speech, give feedback, give praises, and that's it. Actually, it's not. The reason why we have a contest about evaluation, because evaluation itself is also a performance. So in terms of performance, I would like to give feedback to Jeffrey. You need to pick up your energy when you're delivering your evaluation. I know that people have their own style in public speaking, right? Even the champion of our district's evaluation contest, Donna Barclay, is very calm. But if you actually listen to her evaluation, you can tell the excitement in the way she delivered her evaluation. You can tell from her word preference, for example. So you need to pick up the same energy to tell your speaker, the person you evaluate, that they are worth being evaluated and they're worth your time and energy and effort. So in terms of delivery, I think next time, please pick up your energy in doing that. Second is your analytical skills. So the most important part of evaluation is our analysis. We need to analyze what could have been better for this particular speech and what is already correct, right? Actually, I noticed that you mentioned about the eye contact, which I agree. I think eye contact was the one that was pretty distracting in Pink's speech. And you also give practical tips on how to do it with the post-its and also with your tips, basically. Sometimes we need to give example too, but depends on the point of the recommendation, of course, right? So it's really good when you point out what went wrong or what was lacking and also give tips to it. However, I disagree with your analysis about sounded angry in Pink's speech. In my opinion, it was actually an act. So an act in a speech, although he sounded angry, it was not considered as he was genuinely angry. I think it was part of his act to help the point across in his speech. So that is why I think the analysis supposed to be sharpened so you do not pinpoint the wrong point. Overall, I'm looking forward for your next evaluation because after this, we'll have contest. So I'll see you in the contest. Bye, Jeffrey.
Wow, DTM Pipit, thank you for a very analytical evaluation. Are you sure you're not in a good condition? It seems that you are very strong. All right,
Don't I
we
look
have
pale?
all we have all the evaluator already, and we got the report from our timer also. Now it's time to cast the ballot first. For that, ballot counter, are you ready? Ballot counter? Ah,
Do we only have one for speeches and not the other ones? How does that work? Ginny?
uh, wait, Koiru? Is it only the?
Wait.
Are you still preparing for the?
I will
Okay.
launch the other
Right.
polling.
Okay. Right. So this one is for the table topic speaker. And the last poll for the evaluator.
Oops. Well, I'm just curious because my name is not in there. Am I not?
Oh.
So I'm just.
Koiro, maybe you need to take that one.
Koiro,
You need to revise that
you
one.
have a problem with DTM Miranda?
No, it's
Demand revote. I demand revote.
The time shows Bu Miranda is 3 minutes and
Oh, I went
51.
over time.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
We are so
Oh.
sorry, Toastmaster Miranda. Your time
3
Yeah.
minutes 51.
exceeding
Sorry, I
the
see it now. Sorry, my
required
fault.
Oh,
time.
okay. So clear, yeah? Koirul has nothing wrong with Miranda, yeah?
No. Why would
No
I?
bad feeling. No
Why
hard
would
feeling.
No
Right.
sentiment.
All right, done.
All
done.
right. Poll already done. Okay. Now it's time for my amazing team to report their finding during the meeting. For that, I will call the first team that I have, the first role taker, which is Gramarine. Toastmaster Sigit, soon to be Toastmaster Sigit, over to you.
Okay, before I continue to start my session, please cast your vote for today's quote of the day. Please, I give you 30 seconds while I'm preparing it. For those who have voted, you can just leave it. That one. Just share it through chat. Give your vote. 3, okay. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. I think I've got one that actually has the most voted. Okay, 3, 2, 1, done. All right, so let me begin my session.
Okay.
All right, so I will share my screen first. So welcome to my session. My name is Sigit. I'm a guest from Malang Toastmaster. But before that, have you seen my my screen?
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, good. So my session is divided into 3 sections. The first one is how is Thai grammar. The second one is she sells seashells, and the third one is you and I are on the same page. I will tell you what are all those about in the next in a second. So before we jump into the first section, let's read this one first. Okay, this is one of the hardening quotes that I've got. Yeah, this one is. Okay, I think you've got this. Real heroes don't wear capes like Superman, Batman, or that kind of things, but they teach. Now we all teach as a parents, as a brother, as a teacher, we all teach during this pandemic. Colonialism, sorry. Okay, let's jump into jumping into the first section, which is how Thai grammar, which is about the grammar. I think I will talk a little bit about this because this is one of the, I think people might find it quite boring. So I will tell you, I will just discuss this a little bit. So the first one is we got the tenses used during the meeting, during the performance. I think all of you are quite good at this. Maybe a slight correction, slight review, maybe even me, I sometimes forget how I can remember this rule. If we've got a what is it, preposition and followed with verb, we should have that kind of thing that which is called gerund. So we should add ing in after the verb one form. So at provide becomes at providing. It's not always that way. It's not always added with that kind of gerund, because we know like things like look forward to, it is a phrase. To is a part of phrases, not part of the individual preposition. So in that context, like looking forward to, we should follow it with verb ing. So usually, if we've got to as a preposition, we should follow it with the verb one form, but not for that one. Okay. So the second one is about part of speech, which is something that we because it's not our this is not our main language, so I think it's quite fair if we've made a lot of flaws, we've made mistake on that. If you deal with the noun form, but you actually want to deal with the adjective form, you should pay attention on that. So overall, we've got 95% accuracy of your grammar performance. I'm a bit nervous actually. Okay, next to the second section, which is something that I love. This is the seashells. As you might guess it is about pronunciation session. So we've got one that is quite common for us to sometimes to make flow in it. Great. We sometimes forget to say great in a proper way. Instead, we sometimes forgot to say great as it is, but we say great or maybe great just because our tongue works that way. And the second one is the college. The difference between the college. Sorry, my battery is low. Okay. Difference between college and colleague, in which either means differently. So college means university, whereas colleague means that your acquaintance or your friends, your classmate, your workmate or something. The third one is develop. That is the wrong pronunciation, of course. The proper one is develop. The fourth one is reply, or maybe we sometimes mistake it with reply or replay, or because replay means something else. So the correct form is reply, of course. The last one is something that is quite tricky though, because we only have one single term. One single letter that differs between the two. So we've got change and chance. Sometimes we mistake it with change if we want to say change or of the otherwise. So you've got to pay more attention on that. So the last section is the one that I love the most. This one is about creative use. You and I are on the same page. So we've got 3 categories. The first one is idioms. The second one is new words, not quite new, but maybe some of you are not quite familiar with those 2 words. And the third one is phrases. So let's get started with the idioms one. So we've got burst into tears. Yes, this is one that we are quite familiar with. Burst into tears means begins to cry, like we start to cry. And the second one is move up the ladder. I had to search for this one. It means becoming more important and successful. That's it. It is quite heartening though. This one really is. And that is for the idioms. Now let's begin with the new words. We've got hamper, which means prevent. It's a verb. Hamper, prevent, stop from doing something. The second one is ponder, which means consider carefully. It is also a verb, something that I found during your speech. And the third one is the phrases. The first one is quite easy, as this phrase says it is about noting down. I mean, like writing down what's important that is worth, worth the important note. And the second one is long haul. I almost mistake it with hall, like that room, but it is hall, H-A-U-L. So it means difficult task that takes a long time and hard efforts to complete. That's it for the third section. So that's it for my report. And before I end it, I forgot to write down the our quote of the day. It belongs to this one. I have to type it. Take the courage, something. Take the courage, pass your fear. Pass your fear. This is our quote of the day. Yay, it is quite heartening. So, and word of the day meter. So we mentioned around 10. Heartening. So this term is mentioned 10 during this meeting. Maybe I missed someone who said this previously, but what I've got is 10 mentioned for heartening. That's it. So thank you so much. Happy Teachers' Day. But I'm not done yet. Please give me 10 seconds to give you this. This one is for you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to GE.
Thank you. Soon to be Toastmaster Sigit. Oh, you really nailed what DT and Pipit said. That evaluation is also a performance. Great job. All right, next, we have our counter. Please help me welcome our next performer, Toastmaster Jocelyn. Over to you.
Hi everyone, so back with me again. So here is my report. For Toastmaster Lisa, 1 time. Toastmaster Dini, 4 times, 2 times, 1 time. Sigit, 3 times, 1 time, more than 5. Repetitive words, I, we. Toastmaster Johannes, 4 times, 1 time. Toastmaster Koirul, clear. Toastmaster Miranda, 2 times, 3 times. Toastmaster Megan, 2 times. Toastmaster Rona, clear. Toastmaster Purwanto, 2 times, 1 time. Toastmaster Melita, clear. Toastmaster Jeffrey, 4 times, 2 times. Toastmaster Ping, 2 times. Toastmaster Jahara, 3 times, 3 times. Toastmaster Pipit, 1 time. Repetitive words, her. That's all. Back to GE. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jocelyn. Oh, very detailed. Love it. Okay. I have all of my team report their finding. Now it's time for my evaluation. Yes, we start a bit late, like 7 minutes late, but I think we will end also a bit later. And for all the role takers, grammarian, counter, timer, and also bell counter, respect to you all. You did your job very well. You reported your finding very detailed. To the grammarian, I think we can take what soon to be Toastmaster Sigit did in this meeting. I love the slides very well. And also when you did the ballot when you cast the vote for the favorite quote, that one is also genius. It will remind us about a good quote from this meeting. Toastmaster Jocelyn, you report the and Well, me, sometimes I only report the only and also repeated words. I tend to forget about the and Very good, Toastmaster Jocelyn. And also, what else? The timer. Oh, he left already, but the timer, he prepared himself before the meeting. And that's a good part. We need to prepare everything, even though sometimes the result is beyond our expectation. And then for all the evaluator, the individual evaluator, I don't know, this meeting is really amazing. We have great speakers and we have also great evaluators. All give their best, their true evaluation for the speakers. And I agree to what DTMPP said before about the evaluation is also performance. That's why we have the contest. And I remember one thing, maybe this one will be a note not only for the evaluators, but also for all of us. When we want to give feedback, positive feedback, we need to try to avoid giving negative word. For example, however, we need to try to find other positive word to encourage others as well. And for Tom, what can I say? Toastmaster Lisa is also a very good Toastmaster. She is very lovely, right? She can bring the vibe of this meeting for today. And our table topic master for today, Zahara. This is like third times for you, but I like the way you prepare your question. You I see the progress from the first time you become when you was the TTM and now you show the progress on how you lead the session. I love it, Zahara. Very good. And overall, I think that's all. The evaluation from me, everything perfect for today. And now I think it's the time for wait for that. I forget. I need to hand over to our Tom first. Tom, over to you.
Thank you very much to our general evaluator and also her team. Wow, amazing team. And I really love today's meeting because of the vibe and everything. And I really hope to see you around next time. And before I close this meeting, I would like to say thank you very much for those who have come to this meeting from Malang and even our soon to be Toastmasters. I think everyone is very excited to know how you learned that British accent, and I myself am very excited as well. Well, I think before we end this meeting, though, I would like to hear responses maybe from our guest. I think we have one guest here. Bintang, are you there? Okay.
Hi, everyone. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. What should I do?
You can introduce yourself because we haven't heard from you, and you can also tell us about your impression about this meeting, and if you have any message how we should improve this meeting, I would love to hear that as well.
Okay. I'm really glad to join this meeting. Of course, I learn and gain a lot of knowledge in terms of English, in terms of self-improvement. Thank you guys for sharing. I'm definitely want to join again this meeting. About the input, I don't have so much input. Everything is great. For me, I don't have any input.
Okay, thank you so much. Bintang, are you still a guest or are you a member right now?
Right now, I'm still a guest, but I'm considering to join it to be a member. Yeah, Bu Miranda.
Oh, that will be great.
You're with me, Bintang?
I've been. Hey. I've been joining in Bali as well because previously I stay in Bali, then I moved to Surabaya.
Ah, you're in Surabaya right now. Ah,
Yeah,
that's great.
so I know some of the member like Ping, and then I know Bu Miranda from Ping podcast, and then I know Mbak Melita. Hi, Mbak Melita.
All right. Okay, thank you so much, Bintang.
so
I look forward to the great news then about you joining Toastmasters. We'll be happy to have new member anyway. Well, all right. So I would like to pass the control to our president. She will present the award. And my name is Lisa and I signed off. Thank you very much for having me for today's meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lisa. All right. For the award, actually, I would like to call our ballot counter to inform that one because I haven't got the result from the ballot counter. Toastmaster Koirul, would you like to present the award?
Yes. Oh, so.
All right.
Okay, sorry, I just finished editing the certificate.
That's okay.
All right, so I would like to share my screen. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, have you seen? Have you seen it? Okay.
Yes.
All right then. Okay, without further ado, so our favorite prepared speech speaker is, drum roll please for me.
Yeah, that's for you, bro.
It's Toastmaster Ping.
Congratulations!
Congratulations for you.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Ping.
That is cool, Ping. Cool. That is sick, mate.
All right. Okay, next is the favorite table topic speaker. That's Blackpink.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, so the favorite table topic speaker is Sigit.
Didn't expect that.
Our BBC broadcaster.
Probably because of your
British boy.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So
what?
I would like to challenge you to try Scottish accent.
Scottish.
Oh,
Okay, good luck.
Scottish.
Scottish.
Scottish. Scottish accent.
Yeah.
Like you want to bring me some tea or what?
What?
That's totally different. All right. So
I'm interested in Irish accent, like Conor McGregor from UFC, like saying
Oh
bus
my goodness.
instead of bus, he say bus.
Oh yeah, I've heard people.
Yeah, you know, right? Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, some people say funny, some people say
yeah,
boost.
funny, not funny, but it's funny.
Yeah, Sigit,
That is
next
Irish.
meeting you have to come with your Irish accent then.
No way.
All right. Let's moving on.
Thank you so much.
Can you do American?
Yes,
I'm afraid
Miranda.
I've already forgotten how to do American because I'm quite used to this kind of Brit accent.
Okay. Well, yeah, you did great.
Thank you.
All right, last one.
Okay, the last one is the favorite evaluator. Okay. Right, is DTMP Pete.
Congratulations, DTMP Pete.
She's not here anymore, but
Yeah,
I
she's
will
not
take
here.
picture of this and send it right away to her.
You
Okay,
notice
I'll send
that
I'll
all
send
the
the
winners don't have A or only have I as a vowel in their names. Ping, Pipit, Sigit.
That's a nice observation. Mira.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
really?
right.
Yeah,
You're
Ping,
right.
Pipit, Sigit.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I just noticed.
I didn't notice that. All right. So thank you. Back to our President, Toastmaster Dini.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Koirul. Before I wrap up the meeting, I would like to inform to you that on December, we will have meeting on December 5th. And also we will have a very special session. We will have edu speaker, edu session, and also table topic only. Okay, so make sure you come. And for the speaker for edu session, I will not tell you now. So stay tuned in our Instagram. You will see who is our mysterious edu speaker later on. Just wait in our Instagram account at Surabaya Heroes. All right. Now, thank you for everyone who's coming. Thank you for all fellow Toastmaster, to our division director for coming to our meeting, our area director, our fellow Toastmasters from Bali, Malang, and also Medan. And also, I would like to say thank you to our soon-to-be member, soon-to-be Toastmaster, uh, Sigit, and also Bintang. Cannot wait to have you in our big family. Okay, I think that's all from me. As the president of Surabaya Heroes Club, club number 2928105, the meeting officially adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Yay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
See
you.
Thank you.
Ah, cute baby.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you next
Bye.
Saturday.
See you next
Bye-bye.
Saturday,
Enjoy the
December
rain.
5.